coming.
Good morning, guys. We're just recording some fourth exit roundabouts, third exit roundabouts, and also traffic lights junctions, practicing with the learners. So what does it say here? Right turnings, be aware of oncoming traffic. So we have to give them way, okay? Like this. That's it. Did you know that?
Staying in the middle.
Yeah, you have to wait in the center. Can you do one more wiper up, please, just to clear water? That's it.
Right.
Straight ahead, please. Yeah. So if you don't say anything, you continue straight ahead unless markings indicate otherwise.
Yeah.
Like if there's road closures and stuff,
Okay.
roadblocks. If I want you to go right or left, I will tell you in plenty of time.
Okay.
Going towards Aylesbury and Dunstable. On this board you can look for Walton Hall. Can you see it?
Walton,
What exit was it? Third exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know which lane we have to stay in this road? On this road.
I'm not sure.
Okay, you have to stay on the last one. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because there's only two lanes. Look for the writing here. It says A421. Okay, that's where.
A421.
Or A5. We are following A5. Look right.
Okay.
Is it clear? Yes. Carry on.
Yes.
So A421 probably goes left here, right?
Right.
So look down the bottom now.
Yeah.
A4146 and A5. First exit, second should be third. Stay in the same lane because the marking's telling us, okay?
Okay.
And then it becomes your outer lane. Again, read the markings. A4146, A5, okay? And that lane, the one we were in, it was good for fourth exit or fifth.
Okay.
So
Didn't need to signal because I was already in the.
yeah, it was traffic lights
Yeah.
anyway, so
Yeah.
it's okay on this one. But if you were in the right lane,
Right.
you would have gone in the middle, isn't it? And then
Right.
you had to change lane, then you had to signal.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
And what is speed here?
This is 60.
Can you follow the sign to Dunstable, please? Last night videos we noticed clouds were so low. And now it's all gone, nice and clear today.
Today's going to be
yeah.
really hot. 26.
Is it?
Yeah.
26 is okay. And now it's your responsibility to look for signs. As I said, what are we following at the moment?
Dunstable.
Dunstable, okay.
sign was a little bit hidden.
What's that?
The don't stop a sign. I
Ah.
only kind of
Okay, what do you do now here?
hear a signal.
And we slide towards
Slide
left,
over.
slide over to the
Yeah.
left. That's it. Well done. See, your turning right was much better today, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
are you thinking about it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Good. Also, later on when we stop, I'm going to ask you questions about the country road,
Okay.
like do's and don'ts.
Right.
Can you put your window up and down a little bit, please, when it's safe to do so?
Yeah.
So check your surroundings, in mirrors first.
Yeah.
The lorry's gone. Is it okay to now try practice? That's it. And leave it down a little bit, please. That's not too much.
Okay.
Otherwise, you won't be able to
Yeah.
hear it.
I think
It's okay?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
lovely. Okay, so the next roundabout, can you take first exit, please?
First exit. Okay.
So what do we do?
Scan.
What about your
Right,
MSM?
Yeah,
Did you
I think
forget?
so. No, I was trying to look at the road marking if the first exit was gonna take me to.
First exit mostly is first lane. Okay, and you should have signaled about 10 cars
Yeah,
back.
that's right.
That was so late,
Yeah,
okay? So
yeah.
please remember to do 10 cars back. These
Yeah.
are normal roundabouts.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the people in front, they'll think that you're coming straight.
Yeah, going straight ahead.
Yes?
Yeah.
It's a bit late. Can you take next road to the right, please? Codico. Well done, good. At the end of this road, can you turn right, please?
Okay.
And then can you pull up on the right side, please, at a safe and convenient place and legal to do so, please? This way, left a little bit and let it roll, keep rolling right to the edge of this driveway so you can reverse back. That's lovely, thank you. I won't turn this off because I'm going to be asking you some question, but that wiper is in the way, so I'm just going to... Okay, so before we reverse back or 2 cars length, can you tell me about the do's and don'ts for country roads? Like, what are the rules?
So country road, no speeding around bend. You have to slow down so you can, because you can't see around the bend.
And what would happen if you're too fast and you couldn't slow down?
You will lose control of the car.
And you could collide with another,
You could
or you
collide
could
with
end up
another.
going into the ditch. Now,
Right.
believe it or not, but I have seen someone's car going into the ditch. Youngster must be, because they don't have enough experience and they do try to go fast because they think it's 60 is okay.
Yeah.
But this country road's not really made for 60 speed, really. There's too many bends, right? But if you can do it, it means you don't have to keep it under 40 or 50, so you can go a little bit over, and it's okay if you can control the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the risk. And what about overtaking? How do you feel about overtaking on bends and stuff on country roads?
Only if you can see way ahead of you and there's no car coming, then at least you can have that stretch to.
So would you take a
overtake.
risk?
Only if it's very safe
Yeah,
to do so.
and yes, especially cyclists, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
And if it's going downhill, there's no need to overtake cyclists, especially where there's a warning of bends coming up, double bend, single bend, right? But if you can see far ahead, what do you do to overtake? For cyclists, for example, a car, I wouldn't think that the people be too slow, so I wouldn't bother. Unless, remember yesterday when you were driving and the car overtook you, and I said, why did you?
Yeah.
Were you? That's because they could see far ahead; it was clear. So that sort of road is okay, right? And then so for cyclists,
With cyclists, you have to give them enough room. So
like as much as car,
a car, yeah,
a car,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because what happens if you go in too close to them and fast?
They might swerve.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. Good. So, those are don'ts, isn't it? And the risks are that it can be very dangerous.
Right.
What is the risk if you're too slow on and being too cautious on a country road?
Well, the people behind might get annoyed that you might hold up the traffic behind you.
And they will try to overtake you.
Yeah.
So they're taking risk, isn't it?
Right,
So
right.
for that reason, you should be at a reasonable speed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And anything else that you need to add? What about the positioning? And there's no road marking. So what would we do? What can you tell the viewers, like other watching you?
The edge of the, so you have
Grass
the
wedge.
grass, the edge.
There's
That's
no
your
curve,
markings.
isn't
Yeah,
it? That's your
yeah.
markings, isn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes it can be imaginary marking.
Yeah, exactly, in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And what about the ditches and soft verges? You have to be extra careful.
So
'cause
you
could
slow
slip.
down and then you kind of,
Yeah. And obviously, if you guys driving a manual car, then you need to go into appropriate gears, going downhill, before going downhill or uphill. Okay. Also, you know when there's the junctions coming up and they're slightly hidden, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so if you're following sat-nav, do you actually look for yards? Like how many yards?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you know what 100 yard would be?
100 yard would be probably, I can't describe it, but it's coming down
From
to where
here
you-
to the end of this
Yeah.
street, right? That'll be
Yeah.
about 100 yards.
Yeah.
But have a look next time when he says 100 yards, 200 yards, or 50 yards, or 10 yards, and 0 yards, right? Okay, good. And then do look for the road markings, any warning signs coming up. Yes, the sharp bends.
Right.
Then you're going to have to slow down, right? 10 speed. Now, a couple of few country roads I've been doing with you guys, yourself and others, we noticed that from 60s comes 30, but we might have to go right down to 10 because of sharp bend.
Yeah.
Especially the wooden one and
Right.
that Kingsmead side. But sometimes people see it from 60 to 30 road. It's a straight road. It's a warning of 30 road, and they go down to like 20, like the one I said yesterday. No, you don't need to go down. You keep it at 30 because it's fine. You can see ahead. Okay.
Right.
Right. Do you have any question?
No.
No. Okay. Then well done. Keep it up. Can we do reverse back 2 cars length now,
Okay.
please? And it's up to 2 cars, okay? So,
Yeah.
so do you know where 2 cars would be? Do you
2
know
cars-
how to
2 cars
line
would-
up?
2 cars would probably take me on the other path.
No.
Yeah.
No. Just count one of your car
One.
as a length.
Right.
Can you see this tree here? So count 1 tree, second tree.
Yeah.
So your car is just before the second tree, isn't it?
Before, yes.
Okay, so and just measure it, and then it should be just after that tree,
Oh,
and that would
okay.
be enough.
Okay.
And we'll see in front of you, can you fit another car to it?
Okay.
Do you need to go a tiny bit in because it looks a bit wide? So you need to go like this,
go
about a
into
quarter to
right.
the right,
Okay.
and then
Then come
straighten
back.
up the wheel, yeah?
Yeah.
And then keep going straight, keep going straight. Then a little bit to the left, about a quarter, I'll say.
Okay. Just
Like
to get
this,
the-
yeah. So just to straighten up the wheel. That's it.
That's it.
Look, you've done, so you can fit 1 car there, isn't it?
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And before the driveway.
Before the drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometime maybe you can only fit a quarter, 1 1/4 car or 1 1/2 car, up to 2 cars. He says it doesn't mean you have to do 2 cars. And but if you were clever enough to pull up somewhere a little bit longer curb and right at the edge of the curb, so then you don't block anyone when you're going back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's a tip
Okay.
for you.
All right. Thank you.
Top tip of the day.
Okay.
Okay, my dear.
Thank
Do you have
you.
any question?
No.
No. Okay. Drive on, please, when you're ready.
All right.
At the end of this road, can you go left?
Very high bump.
This is high.
Yeah.
What mirrors are we checking though? Yeah, so when you're really slow, just quick glance at the back, and side mirrors would help you about your position and stuff. What can we anticipate here?
We could anticipate people opening doors of
No,
the cars.
okay, that's good, but what about the sign?
Oh, bend.
Yeah,
So
sharp bend to the
sharp
left.
bends to the left.
So we don't need to,
We don't need to signal.
and we
because
don't need to
it's-
stop for anyone,
right,
yes?
because it's the road
But if you went
side.
right or straight, you have to signal
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Your steering control is getting better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well done. At the next roundabout, we're going straight ahead. Sorry, not straight, fast exit,
First
left.
exit left.
And you need to start slowing down.
Yeah.
There's a huge hump.
Mhm.
And then
You say first exit.
yes, reapply the signal. It will get cancelled, okay? Because it's linked with your steering, isn't it?
Yeah.
The indicators. And at the next roundabout, we're going right, and then follow the sign towards Fence Stratford, please. The middle mirror. Look in the left is fine, but middle mirror is important, okay?
Okay.
Okay, start slowing down. It's a very bumpy here, yeah?
Yeah.
Sham crossing. And potholes.
Yeah.
Can we keep on the right or left?
Yeah.
Or
Right.
towards the right a bit, yeah?
Right,
That's.
yeah.
But not going over the line. So we're going straight ahead, mini roundabout,
Okay.
second exits.
Okay.
So do we need signal? No,
No, 'cause
because we're going straight ahead. But is anybody coming? Yes,
Oh,
somebody's
yes.
coming. So we just.
Mhm. There's another person coming as well.
But they were a little bit far. So if there is a, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because you're just crossing the path, isn't it? So if you think you can walk across, drive across. Do you need signal? Look at the national speed limit sign. What mirrors did you check?
Middle and speech right. That's the one I checked.
Well, change of direction, you done middle, well done. And the right you did for the speed change.
Yeah, only
Excellent.
because I saw that big truck behind me and I wanted
Yeah, yeah.
to know if he was coming.
No, that's good. What is speed here?
Speed here is not 60, but
You can't do 60, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah? So whatever you can do.
right.
It's all because it's bumpy.
Yeah.